This week on Twende, we continue our journey across Soysambu in Nakuru. We get to see new life start. I get to tour and learn more about Lake Elementaita. I make some new feathered friends.
Hello. Nyaji.
And we get to the peak of our journey. Last week, we started our journey around Elementaita on camels. We experienced camp life and ended our show on the shores of the lake. Today, we continue where we left off, on the shores of the lake. A new day in Soysambu brings new life. A baby waterbuck is seeing its first sunrise. But wait, the mother is walking away from the helpless baby. Though they may appear abandoned, they are actually using their instinct and just hiding. Immediately after birth, mothers leave the fawns alone to lay and hide while they go off to feed and keep predators away from the fawn. The fawn's chances are higher as she lays still, camouflaged on the ground. And this is another reason why going off-road in a car is dangerous to wildlife. A vehicle could easily run over it as it is hard to spot. Lakini kwa ngamia, you can easily pick it out. The mother will come back and nurse the little one, and then they can grow to be a mighty waterbuck. Back at the camp, they are making breakfast. Lakini breakfast hiyo ya watu wachafu, hapa kuoga ni passport.
Unaona jamaa anapiga passport ile ya high school.
Na amekutolea nguo.
No, ya ilikuwa ya high school, hii ni ile ya high school.
Kuna ubeshte wangu Tinga. Leo ako huku nyuma. We had a good night's sleep. We've had breakfast. It's amazing. Na saa hata hii wanakuanga na traffic. Unaona? Kuna msee hapo anaendeza juu pole pole. Ako Sunday right na ni Monday traffic. Oh, ndio ubeshte yangu. Lazima nitembee na my friend. Yeah.
The camel safari is not done in a straight line, but usually takes the most scenic route. So kuna vile mnajipata mkizurura kama wana wa Israeli huko jangwani. Elementaita is derived from the Maasai word motaita, meaning dust place. Na hapa ni motaita kabisa. Hapa kuna get one vumbi and 3 vumbis free. Hawa watu ambao walikuwa wanapeana haya majina, kweli walikuwa erevu. This year has been a tough one on the wildlife. The severe drought has led to the deaths of several animals. All around are carcasses of the fallen. There's very little grass for the animals to forage, and that is what makes the camels ideal for this harsh environment. Camels are easy to handle. Hata unaweza fanya na mkono moja. Fun fact, you are allowed to talk on phone ukiwa kwa caravan. Okay, sitaki kujisifu sana, as I'm not experiencing any challenges in our safari. Huwezi sema uko na experience after driving a car on a good road under ideal conditions. This crew usually does desert safaris up in the north where there are real dunes. That is where you meet up with sandstorms and other real-life challenges. But kwa sasa, I'm okay with this. Today I'm determined to get my CDL, Camel Driving License. When your legs are feeling tired or you want to have an elevated view, unaweza mpanda ngamia. It is good to keep the engine running as you board.
Ishikilia sasa.
Nimeshikilia.
Hivyo.
It feels like you are about to get ejected and you have to hold on tight.
Manze, it sounds like a beast.
Wacha tu tuseme ngamia sio farasi. Our route takes us back to the shores of the lake.
So, tumesimama kwa sababu tumespot buffalo 3. Na hii ni buffalo territory. So obviously ukiingia territory ya msee lazima kuwa careful.
Hyena.
Amen. Alafu tena kuna fisi. Yaani fisi hawezi kosa area.
Ni mtima fisi wako hivi.
It's hot. But again, what do you expect? Tuko element tighter. It still is very beautiful.
We proceed cautiously on guard. We safely make it to our second camp.
So E lake,
Yes.
how deep is it?
It is very shallow.
Yeah.
Tunaisamanga ni shallow lake.
Yeah.
Kwa sababu
Yeah.
unaweza walk across.
Across?
Yes, kama wewe ni mrefu,
Yeah.
at least itakufikia just above
Yeah,
your,
ama,
yes,
yeah.
ama hapa tu kwa waist,
Yeah.
kama wewe ni mrefu.
Yeah.
So una walk tu across.
Hadi huko?
And yeah, and that is why KWS hawajakubali any activities hapa kama tuseme canoeing
okay.
or boat riding or
Okay,
anything.
okay.
It is a special lake kwa sababu pia ya bird life.
Yeah.
So kwa sababu pia hakuna ni inlets tu ziko, hakuna outlet,
Yeah.
ndio maana iko salty. At least we have more than 400 species of birds.
Oh, 400
So, yes.
More than 400 species
Yes.
of birds. That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing.
And also kwa sababu tuko on the flyway,
Yeah.
and the important bird area,
Yeah.
so that is why tunakuanga na species mingi.
What do you mean flyway?
Ni pali penye ndege zinapita kwenda sasa, kutoka kama wanatoka Asia, wanapitia hapa wakiteremka, ama wakitoka huko juu waki.
Kwa hivyo pia
Kwa sababu
flyover ilikuja kutoka hiyo jina ya flyway.
Yeah,
flyover. Okay,
Yes,
got it.
yes,
Sawa,
yes,
nimeshika.
yes,
Sasa yani traffic control yao ya huko majuu.
Ndio
ya,
basi.
huko kwa hewani sasa ndio hiyo.
Ndio hivyo sasa. Ndio unaona
Okay.
sasa kama vile tulikuwa tunasimama hapa, mwenzangu alipiga picha akakwambia hii ndege si ya hapa Kenya, lakini imekuja kutembea na ni very rare.
Okay.
So hiyo tunafurahia.
Unapata foreigners wa mandege.
Sasa kwenye kwao ni winter, hapa kwao wanafurahia kwa sababu hakuna baridi. So wanakuja wanajibamba, wanakula, wanarudi kwao.
Okay. So kunanyesha, wewe unasikia aje? Unajua kumekauka. Leo tumetembea tumesikia
vumbi, umekunywa vumbi.
Tumekunywa vumbi.
So ni furaha kwa sababu at least God ametubless. Mvua imekuja na tuna hope itanyesha for a while kwa sababu pia unaona kiangazi imetu affect kwa sababu both vile mlikuwa mnatembea mliona pia kuna wanyama. Both wanyama wa pori na tuna livestock. So unaona wote wanakufa ni njaa. Lakini sasa kukinyesha at least tutakuwa na chakula ambacho kitaweza kuwahifadhi kwa muda mwingine.
After getting to camp, kuna wale bado wako na nguvu ya kuenda kwa public beach ya Elementaita. Yes, there are many points for the public to access these hot springs on the eastern side of the lake near Kikopey.
Hii maji ni mzuri kama sisi wana biashara ndogo ndogo, unajua sasa jua tulipi. Sasa ukisikia umeboeka huko nyumbani, unakuja hapa tu kujiburudisha.
I think one of the best things about camping is the sunrise. Every one of them is special and unique as you are constantly changing locations. Shida huwa tu ni hiyo part ya kuamka mapema. Lakini ukifaulu, it is worth every wink. I'm still determined to get my CDL, and the barabara is teaching me the theory part of the camel.
Kenya tuko na two types of camel. Iko Turkana na Somali. Alafu sasa hizi ambao tuko nazo sasa hapa, hii ni crossbreed ya Pakistan.
Wa Pakistan.
John alinunua hii Pakistan kutoka Pakistan 1993. Sasa imelete ka crossbreed sasa hii ngamia yote. Sasa hii ngamia ni breed ya Pakistan. Ukiangalia ngamia kama wale masheria, huyo ni Turkana kwa sababu ni mfupi na ni nyeupe. Sasa ukiangalia hizi unakwambia angalia limp ya ule mdomo ya huyu, unaona ni mrefu. Iko tofauti. Sasa hii ni Pakistan. Ukiangalia hii, ukiangalia kichwa hapa hivi, hapo mali unaona ni nyeusi. Hiyo ni jasho yake.
Jasho yake.
Ni jasho.
So hii ndio makwapa yake.
Hii ndio makwapa zake. Unaona hii nywele? Hiyo ndio ya kusaidia uchafu usiingie masikio yake. Kwa wakati kama hii ya drought, huwa wanatumia hii nyundu ikiwa maji. Maji yao. Lakini watu wanasema ni maji, lakini ni mafuta. Wakati atakonda, unakuta hii mafuta inayeyukia kwa mwili. Ukienda mahali kama desert sasa, maji hakuna chakula. Hii nyundu ikienda ikue kidogo ingie chini, sasa yanakufa tayari. Sasa hii ni mafuta ambayo inayeyukia mwili.
In the wild, you can read the news on the ground, and last night we had some visitors in the camp. I think hiyo ndio wanasiasa wanasemanga tuna consult ground.
So these are lion footprints. Naona zilikuwa zinatembea hivi, so probably zilikuwa zinatoka hii side. Tents ziko hapa tu just 100 meters away. Na tent nyingine hapa, chakula ilikuwa pale, na tent nyingine hapo mbele. This is how close we were to these animals. Manze, na hatukusikia, but apparently impala zilikuwa zinapeana signals ati kuna lion ina camp ama kuna lion karibu. Cheki tu.
It is time to move on. After all, it could have been worse, like buffaloes. Today, our journey will be a 13-kilometer round trip. We run into our usual suspects, but no trouble. Tushazoeana. With the sleeping Warrior Hill in the background, we make our way across this vast wilderness. The Soysambu area is one of the best places to view raptors in Kenya, and we make our way to the Raptor Rescue and Rehabilitation Center.
This is black sparrowhawk.
Black sparrowhawk.
In Kenya, we have about 103 different species of birds of prey. It's one of the largest diversities anywhere on Earth. Reasons are obviously we've got snow-capped mountains, forests, savannas, deserts, and we have the ocean.
Yes.
And we're also centrally located in Africa, where all the European migrants and from Asia all migrate through the Great Rift Valley all the way as far as South Africa, and they turn around and go back again. So we are incredibly fortunate, and this place, Soysambu in particular, has got one of the greatest diversities of raptors anywhere within Kenya. Unfortunately, a number of them are becoming critically endangered, vultures especially. And as we look into the demise of vultures, we're also realizing that many of the other birds of prey are dying off almost at the same rate, sufficient to uplift them.
They have a pair of crowned eagles, the second largest of the species in Africa. Their number is also on the decline.
The male is on the right?
No, the male's a small one. He's the one on the left.
On the left.
Yeah.
How many of these are left in Kenya, and where can we find them?
These are indigenous forest specialists, and it's a good question because it's very difficult to get good data on the actual indigenous forest extent. That forest isn't just standing forest, it's also got to have prey, large prey like monkeys and duikers. So around city centre like Nairobi, there's actually about 3 or 4 pairs of crowned eagles. Everybody's a bit surprised to learn that. But Karura Forest and Lolua Forest are some of the best protected forests we have in the country, with a minimal amount of disturbance and fire cutting and poaching. So when you go to other places like Sokoke Forest, you're very lucky if you got a single pair in Sokoke Forest down at the coast.
Here is what could be the most hated bird in Kenya.
There, he's eating a foot.
Yeah, foot in mouth.
Owls, there's a, as you know, a superstition amongst some people saying that they are creatures of ill omen, whereas some of the old Wazee say a very different thing, which is that although they may come to your house and say that ill has been done at the house and people should repent and change their ways, if anybody raises a stone or tries to attack an owl, it will bring the wrath of God upon their family. And that is, you know, a much nicer myth than just indiscriminately killing them.
Yes.
Obviously, myths are myths,
Yeah.
and they're not true. And the owls are really very beneficial to people. And, you know, we look forward to a time when these are cherished things and where people realize, just like you do, I mean, he's adorable.
Yes, he is. Yes, that he is. So, what are we about to see here?
Well, behind this door is one of the largest birds of prey in the world. And
In the wild.
in the world, and it's one of the most important in terms of its sort of being a janitor, looking after the environment. So we're going to have a look.
So about to see the janitor
The janitor.
of the wild. Wow. Can I come here?
So that's called a lapis face vulture. It's the biggest of all the vultures that we have. And hello. This was poisoned probably on the 5th of March in the Mara, where there's a lot of poisoning going on for carnivores. And this particular one was actually found many days later, wandering around, incapable of flight, and was rescued by the Naiboshu community there.
Thank you so much. I've learned a lot. I want to ask, is this place open to the public?
It is open to the public. Small groups who come and visit Soysambu are always welcome.
Okay.
I'm sort of keen on the actual sort of raptor fanatics and people who would like to come and spend a bit of time,
Yes.
study them a bit more.
Yes.
Kenyans in particular.
Yeah.
And we've had a long-going program in training many Kenyans for the last 30 years or so. So,
Okay.
yeah, welcome.
Okay, thank you, thank you. And raptors are really cool.
Thanks.
They are really cool. So let's take care of our raptors. Thank you very much.
All right.
Before we end our journey, we have a height to summit. I can't fly like an eagle, but I definitely can try and catch some altitude on this hill. They call this half hill. I wonder why they call it such. The camel safari is run by a Kenyan couple, John and Amanda Perro. They have been doing this for years. For Amanda, walking runs in the blood.
I got the walking from my father because he's done many safaris, and I took over from him, and his longest one was walking from south to north of the Sahara when he was 78.
Nataka kuuliza mbona safari ya ngamia?
Safari ya ngamia shari, sisi kuna ngamia mingi. Na faida yake ni watu bado nagopa pande ya Southern Kenya. Sasa watu ya Northern Kenya anajua mambo ya ngamia. Lakini watu ya Southern hajui. Sasa ni iko shida ya kuuza nyama yake. Paka sasa sisi naingia kwa tourism.
Mkaona acha tu sai nyama endi, wacha tufanye safari.
Tufanye safari. Sasa sinaengelea hiyo maneno.
Na inaenda vizuri.
Sinaona watu ya gambo kama Australia, kama watu ya Egypt. Ndio wanafanya wageni ndio panda juu ya ngamia na ndesha. Sasa sinasema lazima wacha sinafanya hivi.
That's fantastic. And what's in the name Bobong? Why the name Bobong?
Bobong is the candelabra tree. And we have a lot of them around our home in Laikipia. So that's why we...
So it's a tree called Bobong?
So the Bobong is a Swahili word, I think.
It's a Swahili name
for the candelabra, which is
candelabra.
The milk.
Okay.
That milk, poisonous milk
Yes,
tree.
yes.
Sasa kama naenda na ngamia, hata mtu hawezi jua wewe unapita kesho yake. Kama na kanyaga na gari hiyo nyayo unabaki hata mwaka 10 mwaka. Lakini kugamia sisi na kata na pita, hakuna mtu najua sisi na pita.
Hata kama umefanya safari zingine, camel safaris are an exciting way to spice up your travel. Maybe even your life.
The longest I've done is 250.
250 kilometers?
A bit more than 250 kilometers.
From where to where?
Well, I've done 10 of them. So
10 10 of them.
Yes, we followed the Wasanyuru. We followed the Kerio River. We've walked the Rift Valley.
My goodness, I did 33 in 3 days, and I'm so exhausted. And I'm 34. How old are you again?
I'm 65.
65. You're fit.
It has been an amazing 3 days. We have managed to cover 33 kilometers on foot, and that is an achievement for me. I actually lost 2 kilograms. Summer fitness goals. Walking slows you down. However, it enables you to appreciate nature more and is good for the environment.
Cheers!
I have made good friends on the way. I have learnt a lot on nature and how delicate it is. I held an owl. I got to learn how to handle a camel. And I finally get my CDL. True story. I'm John Izimpia. Next week, we are in another part of Nakuru, a place where many Hollywood movies have been shot.
The locals call it the Mountain of God.
Na pia huku sio lazima utumie mafuta. Twende Nemenenga.